In a stunning twist to an already chaotic saga, OTF Vonnie's own father has just stepped into the spotlight and confirmed what many feared. The betrayal of Lil Durk and King Von wasn't just street drama. It was a carefully calculated move tied to a major federal deal that helped Vonnie escape over 10 years of jail time. That's right. You already know that Vonnie turned his back on OTF and sided with the feds during a crucial court showdown against Lil Durk. But what you didn't know until now is what he got in return. His father, now publicly speaking out, has revealed the inside story of why Vonnie flipped what he gained and how it all shattered what was once one of the most feared and respected crews in the rap game. This isn't just a betrayal. It's a story of survival, deals with devils, and the price of disloyalty. What follows is a detailed, deep dive into how a father's admission exposed everything, and how Vonnie's actions may have triggered the final downfall of OTF as we knew it. From the very beginning, OTF Vonnie wasn't just some low-level affiliate. He was in the mix, deep in the structure, around King Von, around Durk, around the real ones who helped build the mythos of OTF. Only the family, from street legend to a nationally feared and respected brand. OTF wasn't just about music. It was a movement, a code, a symbol of loyalty and blood ties forged in the hardest parts of Chicago. So when Vonnie flipped, when he stood on the other side of the courtroom and sided with the same federal agents working to bury Lil Durk, it wasn't just betrayal. It was treason. And while the streets were left confused, angry, and heartbroken, wondering what could drive someone so deep in the game to turn on his brothers, we now have our answer. And it's ugly. According to Vonnie's father, in a shocking statement that has begun to circulate online and stir controversy across social media and street blogs, Vonnie was facing serious time. Not 5 years, not even 10, but over 10 plus years for a range of charges tied to ongoing investigations in Chicago. Gun charges, conspiracy allegations, connections to unsolved shootings. The type of charges that could easily result in life sentences, depending on how the feds play it. And so the deal was made. The feds gave Vonnie an ultimatum. Help us take down Durk, or we take you down instead. His father said it plainly. My son had to choose between dying in a cell or telling the truth. But the streets don't see it as telling the truth. They see it as backdooring. They see it as choosing survival over honor, over loyalty, over the same people who helped elevate Vonnie in the first place. And with that confession, with his own bloodline speaking on it, the picture becomes devastatingly clear. Vonnie didn't just break under pressure. He agreed to cooperate in order to save himself. This is the part that's shaking the streets to the core. It's one thing for someone to snitch. It's another when the father steps in and confirms it publicly. Vonnie's dad didn't just speak. He exposed the game. He showed the cards. And now, OTF's internal fractures are more exposed than ever. Vonnie's betrayal wasn't just emotional. It was strategic. It was part of a larger federal play to dismantle OTF from the inside out, using its own members as pawns. But let's go even deeper into the betrayal. This wasn't some random moment of weakness. This was a long, slow process. The feds were watching OTF for years. King Von was already under surveillance. Durk had been dodging cases. The feds knew they needed someone from the inside, someone with access, with knowledge, with credibility. And Vonnie, possibly knowing he was being watched or maybe even caught up in something else entirely, became the perfect candidate. That's when the trap was set. They dangled the deal. Cooperation in exchange for freedom. Maybe even money, protection, relocation. His father says it wasn't an easy choice, but in the end, my son did what he had to do. That one sentence is the line that has set everything on fire. Because the real ones know, when you're truly family, you don't do what you have to do. You do what's right. The fallout has been immediate. Lil Durk, who has already been to the hell of losing King Von, now finds himself betrayed in the coldest way imaginable. By someone from inside. Someone he likely trusted. Someone he may have even helped feed, support, and protect. Durk has remained relatively quiet since Vonnie's court betrayal, but sources close to him suggest that this revelation, that it was all about cutting a deal, has pushed him to the edge. You can't build a family when the foundation is lies. And now, with Vonnie's own father co-signing betrayal, that foundation is completely shattered. But what does this mean for the future of OTF? In simple terms, the empire is crumbling, not because of outside attacks, not because of rivals or labels, but because of disloyalty from within. With Vonn gone and Vonnie now confirmed as a key witness in a federal push against Durk, the trust is gone. Artists in the camp are reportedly nervous. Some are falling back. Some are watching their backs. Because if Vonnie flipped for freedom, who's next? Let's not forget, this isn't just about one man. This is part of a broader federal strategy to take down entire street organizations. We've seen this play before. The feds don't just want one body. They want the entire structure, the legacy, the label, the culture. And using Vonnie as a wedge is just step one. There may be other deals in play. Other insiders who are quiet now, but ready to speak later. Vonnie's father might be the first to speak publicly, but that doesn't mean he's the only one with something to say. And let's talk about King Von. If Vonnie was always planning to cooperate, or was even considering flipping, what does that mean about Von's death? Fans are starting to look at everything differently now. Was Von's rise threatening certain people within the crew? Was his loyalty used against him? The conspiracy theories are lighting up, and while not everything is proven, the timing is suspicious to say the least. Vonn was OTF's heart, and the moment he died, the snake started slithering out. Vonnie's betrayal only reinforces what many already believed, that Vonn was surrounded by people who didn't deserve his loyalty. And now we know, Vonnie didn't just betray Durk in the courtroom. He betrayed Vonn in spirit. He betrayed the code they all claimed to live by. And with his father defending him publicly, it sends a disturbing message that survival justifies anything. Even if it means throwing your own people under the bus. Even if it means siding with the same system that's been hunting your block for years. This is why the streets are in flames. This is why fans are hurt. This is why the OTF name is being questioned like never before. People are asking, how can Durk recover from this? The truth is, he might not. At least, not with OTF as it stands now. The betrayal has exposed too many cracks. Too many secrets. Too many people who were never really down. If Durk wants to survive this, and he's a survivor, no doubt he might have to leave it all behind. Build something new, with real ones, with loyalty that can't be bought or broken. But even then, the stain of this betrayal will follow him. Vonnie's deal will become legend, not for the right reasons, but as a warning, a symbol of what happens when the code is broken, when loyalty is traded for paperwork, when family becomes disposable.